Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. So Spain is famously known for patatas bravas, the classic tapas dish of fried potatoes with spicy sauce. Today we're making a very similar recipe from the beautiful country of Lebanon, which is in the Mediterranean all the way in the eastern part, where they're well known for their architecture and having some amazing food. We're talking spicy Lebanese potatoes. These are known as Batata Harra, and as you can see, the name is very similar to the Spanish patatas bravas. And let me tell you, these spicy potatoes are filled with so many incredible textures and flavors. The recipe's made with basic everyday ingredients, and the best part is all done in about 30 minutes. Folks, serve these spicy potatoes as a tapas appetizer or even as a side dish, which is perfect right now during the holidays. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Really quick before we start, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, David Machado and Tommy Williams. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. All right, let's just dive right into this. I'm gonna cut 1 kilogram of potatoes, which is 2 1/4 pounds, or about 4 medium-sized potatoes that have already been peeled, washed, and patted dry. Each one 2 bite-sized pieces that are 2 centimeters thick, which is about 3/4 of an inch. For this recipe, important to use potatoes that are a bit more waxy than starchy, as they hold their shape better when they're boiled. I'm using Yukon Golds, but you can also use new potatoes, Golden Delight, or even red potatoes. Then we'll add the chopped potatoes into a stock pot, and you want to make sure they're on a flat layer. And fill it with some water, just enough to barely cover the potatoes. Then we'll season generously with sea salt, and heat it with a high heat. After 15 to 20 minutes, the potatoes should just be cooked through. You can always pierce them with a toothpick, and if it easily goes in there, but with some resistance, they are ready. You kind of want them al dente. If you overboil them, they're going to start to break apart. At this point, I'll remove the stock pot from the heat and drain the potatoes into a colander. And then we'll rinse the potatoes under some cold water, which is going to stop them from cooking, and then shake off any of the excess water. For the next step, let's make the spicy sauce. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. As always, make sure you use the good stuff here. This is what truly makes a difference. Leave where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. And we'll immediately add in 6 cloves of garlic that have been roughly chopped. And we'll mix the garlic around continuously, that way it evenly sautés. After about 1 minute, and the garlic is nice and fragrant, you don't want to brown it, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of dried cilantro, which is 1 gram. This is also known as dried coriander. We'll also add in 1 teaspoon of dried dill, which is also 1 gram. 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric, which is about 2 grams. And half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper, which is a little over 1 gram. You can double up on this to make these potatoes even spicier. And we'll give it a quick mix until it's well mixed together. Then we'll add our boiled potatoes into the pan and season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. And we're going to lightly fry the potatoes for about 5 minutes. That way they can absorb all the flavors. And you don't have to mix this continuously, but do get it every minute or so. That way everything evenly sautés. After about 5 minutes, and the potatoes are lightly sautéed, we'll turn off the heat. Add in 1/4 cup of chopped fresh cilantro, which is 15 grams. Once again, this is also known as coriander. 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, which is 5 grams. And squeeze in 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, which is 15 milliliters. And we'll give it one final mix until it's well mixed together. And then we'll transfer the potatoes into a serving dish. And check it out, folks. Our spicy Lebanese potatoes are done. Easy to make, simple everyday ingredients, and all done in about 30 minutes. Let's give these a try and see how they turned out. Once again, folks, Batata Harra. You know, like I told you at the beginning, the name is so similar to the Spanish tapas dish, Patatas Bravas. Either way, here we go. This right here is probably one of the best spicy potatoes I've ever tried in my life. Potatoes are beautifully cooked, kept their shape, they just melt in your mouth. You absorbed everything in the pan, and then that crushed red pepper, taking this to the next level, but it's not overwhelming. Easy to make the most basic ingredients. Give these potatoes a try at home. Once again, as a tapas appetizer, or even as a side dish, perfect right now during the holidays. Either way, the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.